So now that State of Play, Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase smoke has cleared, I think we need to talk about the 2022, 2023 and beyond lineup of the two biggest, only next/current gen game systems available: Sony's PS5 and Microsoft's Xbox Series consoles. Now, I covered the 95-minute Xbox event on Sunday and managed to filter it down to 21 minutes where I give my critique, my opinion on the showcase overall, which I'm not going to go into details here. Go grab some popcorn and watch it directly after this if you haven't already, and make it caramelized, stay off the salt. Now, Microsoft dropped some, let's say, rather interesting selection of games, but only 2 or 3 at best were anywhere near what I think a 12 T-flop fully RDNA 2 enabled Xbox Series X console should be capable of. In other words, not very amazing. To my eyes, Starfield and Stalker 2 are the best looking 2023 games releasing on Xbox next year, but do little to best the likes of Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2 and God of War on the weaker PS4/PS4 Pro, never mind the far more capable youngest member of the PlayStation family, PlayStation 5. Now, you could argue many of these games, really they're only 30 FPS on PS4 Pro, and that would be a valid point had Starfield not already been confirmed to be targeting 30 FPS and at 4K, and that comes directly from the game's director himself, Todd "It Just Works" Howard. So the joy and jubilation of the Xbox community that I witnessed on social media when Microsoft head of gaming Phil Spencer announced a big push for Japanese developed IP was, well, astonishing. I do like this direction in courting Japanese developers, something Xbox did pretty well during the Xbox 360 era and helped provide a little more choice and variety over the slew of first-person shooters and racing games over on that already saturated platform. So now we have Starfield, Hellblade 2 and Persona 3, 4 and 5 coming to Xbox. Yippee-ki-yay. Now, I'm guessing 30 FPS, cinematic games, walking simulators, weirdo Japanese games and one and done are okay now. You simply cannot make this up. Though nice to see Xbox gamers being a little more adventurous and less like somebody who always orders the same food from the menu of the restaurant that they frequent. Gaming should be treated like a buffet. Try anything and see what you like. The reality of the situation is Xbox Game Studios need to produce games that are at least equal in quality to PlayStation Studios' consistently high-end. Take The Last of Us Part 1 remake for instance. How many YouTube videos, articles and general social media commentaries have you seen claiming there is barely a difference between the original/remastered version and the PS5 remake? Well then, thank the Lord for Digital Foundry, the video game analysis channel, the video game pixel opticians, it would seem. Indeed, the difference is clear and apparent. The quality of the character modeling, facial animations, foliage, materials, lighting, geometry, texture work, and general environmental asset work is leagues and levels above the original PS3 and PS4/Pro versions of The Last of Us, and so it should be. Look, where I see it is, people see what they want to see, just like they hear what they want to hear. Many of the big Xbox first-party games will not make it this year, with only Somerville and Scorn the only notable 2 new Xbox console exclusives and PC releases this entire year. And even if the on and off rumor of God of War Ragnarok delayed into early 2023 is true, PS5 gamers still have Stray, Forspoken, The Last of Us Part 1 remake, and that's in addition to the already excellent and already released Horizon Forbidden West and the visually stunning Gran Turismo 7. That's 5 highly anticipated PS5 console exclusive games that will have released in 2022. Now, things do get a lot brighter for Xbox next year and beyond into 2024, and with PlayStation also lining up some really big hitters for 2023, gamers look forward to a stunning year of highly anticipated game releases. So Xbox Series and PC gamers can expect in 2023 Stalker 2, Forza Motorsport, Redfall, Starfield, Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo. Yes, these titles are all due for 2023. Here's a side note though, I can almost guarantee you that when Microsoft are finally able to release timed PS5 console exclusive Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo IP that Microsoft own, well, it will add a few, inconsequential features and will probably be rebranded the Definitive Edition or Plays Best on Xbox. And perhaps in 2024, Fable, Perfect Dark Reboot, and Everwild for its AAA fix. And I'm not going to lie, I'm most hyped for the Xbox 3-month timed console exclusive Stalker 2 over most of what was shown at the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase. But for just 90 days, I think I can cope. I think I can wait to play it on the PS5 for that haptic control feedback. Meanwhile, PlayStation 5 gamers can expect God of War Ragnarok, and that depends on the validity of the rumored delay. But then there's Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16, Marvel's Wolverine, Knights of the Old Republic, and there's Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. And many, many more on both sides. I'm not about to list off the entire roster of PlayStation versus Xbox console exclusives just to satisfy a fanboy's wild and erotic fantasies. Hell no. But these are the games that are officially announced, and less about smoke and mirrors IP like Rare's Everwild, which wasn't even a game when it debuted back in, 2020? At the end of the day, it's all about the games you like to play. So everything here is subjective, and mostly what has me most hyped about the future of both these consoles. But one thing is for sure. Only the most disingenuous, most jaded of gamers can honestly say with a straight face that Xbox Studios' game lineup is anywhere close to being on par with PlayStation Studios' output. That doesn't mean Xbox is releasing bad games, not in the slightest. It merely means PlayStation are releasing better games. Again, it's all very anecdotal and subjective, and I wouldn't dare speak for anyone else. Still, in terms of games moving hardware, and services moving hardware in Xbox's case, factors notwithstanding, the real difference between Xbox Series X and S and the PS5 disc/digital is just 5 million units. PS5 is at 20 million plus units sold at last count, and Xbox Series X and S estimated at 15 million plus units. I like that things are a lot closer this gen, though how much will the gap widen once supply issues normalize is the real quantifier. Now, I'm not sure I've ever seen Xbox Series S out of stock. Come to think of it, I don't think Xbox Series S will ever sell out. It's available everywhere and anywhere, even at participating McDonald's restaurants. Though what say you? Let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments. Go ahead, sound off, share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, as that brings us to the end of the video. But subscribe for more gaming news, rumor and speculation. Yes, hit the like button, and yes, hit the notification bell so we don't miss each other. And you can help Foxy Games UK reach more gamers. Feel free to share the video. You may also want to consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon because, we're like family now. So thank you, and you can find a link in this video's description. That concludes our time together today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, play games, not corporations.